Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers and sisters, and welcome back to the Roots of Islam channel. Imagine a Balkan nation where Orthodox Christianity dominates the national consciousness, where golden-domed churches punctuate village skylines, and where Byzantine traditions shape cultural identity. This is Bulgaria, a land seemingly defined by Eastern Orthodox heritage. Yet beneath this Christian veneer lies a profound paradox. Bulgaria hosts the largest indigenous Muslim population in the European Union, constituting approximately 10% of the nation, over 630,000 souls. How did Islam become so deeply rooted in this Orthodox heartland? The answer lies in 5 centuries of Ottoman rule, communist persecution that nearly erased Muslim identity, and contemporary struggles for survival. This documentary traces the extraordinary journey of Muslims in Bulgaria, from medieval conquest through forced assimilation to present-day resilience. For centuries before the 14th century, Bulgaria existed as overwhelmingly Christian terrain. Following Tsar Boris I's conversion in 864 AD, Orthodox Christianity became the state religion, establishing foundations that would endure for over a millennium. The First and Second Bulgarian empires were bastions of Orthodox faith, resisting both Catholic influence from the West and Islamic expansion from the East. Islam was not merely absent, it was the religion of the enemy, the faith of the Seljuk and later Ottoman Turks who threatened Bulgarian sovereignty. Everything changed in 1396 when Ottoman Sultan Bayezid I conquered the remnants of the Second Bulgarian Empire, initiating nearly 5 centuries of Muslim rule that would fundamentally transform the region's demographic and religious landscape. The Ottoman conquest brought the first sustained Muslim presence to Bulgarian lands. Turkish soldiers, administrators, and settlers arrived in waves, establishing garrison towns and agricultural colonies throughout the territory. The Ottomans constructed mosques in every significant settlement, transforming the architectural skyline and introducing the daily call to prayer, where previously only church bells had sounded. The Islamization of Bulgaria occurred through multiple mechanisms over centuries. Turkish colonization brought Muslim settlers who displaced or absorbed Christian populations. According to historical research, significant numbers of Bulgarians converted to Islam during Ottoman rule, motivated by various factors, including tax advantages — Muslims paid lower taxes than Christians — economic opportunities in Ottoman administration and military, social mobility through conversion, and intermarriage between Bulgarian women and Turkish Muslim men. By the 17th century, Muslims constituted a substantial portion of the population, particularly in regions like the Rhodope Mountains, where entire Bulgarian villages had converted to Islam, creating the Pomok community, ethnic Bulgarians who practice Islam while maintaining Bulgarian linguistic and cultural traditions. The Ottoman period established Islam as a dominant force in Bulgarian territories. By the 18th century, according to demographic estimates, Muslims may have constituted nearly 40% of the population in some regions. Major cities like Sofia, Plovdiv, Varna, and Shumen hosted thriving Muslim communities with elaborate mosques, madrasas, tekkes, and hammams. The Banya Bashi Mosque in Sofia, constructed in 1566 during the reign of Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent and designed by the renowned architect Mimar Sinan, stands as architectural testimony to Ottoman Islamic civilization's deep roots in Bulgarian soil. The dramatic reversal began with Bulgarian liberation from Ottoman rule in 1878 following the Russo-Turkish War. The Treaty of San Stefano and subsequent Treaty of Berlin established an autonomous Bulgarian principality, triggering massive demographic upheaval. According to historical records, approximately 1 million Muslims fled or were expelled from Bulgaria between 1878 and 1912, reducing the Muslim population from nearly 40% to approximately 21%. This exodus represented one of the largest forced population transfers in modern European history. Muslim landowners lost properties, mosques were converted to churches or demolished, and Ottoman administrative structures collapsed entirely. The greatest catastrophe for Bulgarian Muslims occurred during the communist period, particularly during the forcible assimilation campaign between 1984 and 1989. The communist regime under Todor Zhivkov launched what became known as the revival process, aimed at erasing Muslim identity entirely. According to documented evidence, approximately 850,000 Muslims were forced to adopt Bulgarian names, replacing Turkish and Arabic names with Slavic ones. Mosques were closed, Islamic rituals banned, and speaking Turkish prohibited in public. Circumcision was outlawed, and Muslim births went unregistered. Those who resisted faced imprisonment, torture, or internment in labor camps. The brutality was systematic and comprehensive, targeting the Pomaks, Turkish minority, and Roma Muslims alike. The campaign sparked massive resistance. In May 1989, Muslims in several towns staged hunger strikes and public demonstrations demanding restoration of their names and religious rights. The regime responded with violent crackdowns, but international pressure intensified. Ultimately, approximately 360,000 Muslims fled to Turkey during the summer of 1989, in what Turkish sources call the Great Excursion, one of the largest refugee movements in European post-war history. Many later returned following the communist regime's collapse in November 1989, but the trauma of forced assimilation left permanent scars on Bulgarian Muslim consciousness. The democratic transition after 1990 brought partial recovery. The new constitution guaranteed religious freedom, and Muslims reclaimed their original names. According to Bulgaria's 2011 census, Muslims constituted 577,139 people, representing approximately 7.8% of the total population. However, the census significantly undercounted Muslims due to non-response and emigration. The 2021 census recorded 638,708 Muslims, approximately 10% of Bulgaria's 6.5 million population. Demographic analysis suggests the actual number may exceed 700,000 when accounting for undocumented individuals and those who identify ethnically but not religiously. Bulgaria's Muslim population exhibits remarkable diversity. Ethnic Turks constitute the largest group, estimated at approximately 588,000 people, according to the 2011 census, concentrated in northeastern Bulgaria, particularly around Karjali, Razgrad, and Shumen provinces. The Pomaks, ethnic Bulgarians who converted to Islam during Ottoman rule, number 67,000 officially, though actual figures may exceed 100,000, concentrated in the Rhodope Mountains. Roma Muslims, known as Horakhane Roma, are another significant segment, estimated between 60 and 120,000. Additionally, small communities of Circassians, Tatars, and recent Arab immigrants add further diversity. Geographically, Muslims concentrate in specific regions. The northeastern provinces of Karjali, Razgrad, Targovishte, and Shumen host Muslim majorities or substantial minorities. The Rhodope mountain regions in southern Bulgaria contain Pomak majority villages. Sofia, the capital, hosts an estimated 50 to 70,000 Muslims, while Plovdiv contains approximately 30,000. Bulgaria currently maintains over 1,000 mosques, though many remain in disrepair or closed. The Banya Bashi Mosque in Sofia serves as the primary functioning mosque in the capital, hosting Friday prayers that attract hundreds. The Tumbo Mosque in Shumen, constructed in 1744 during the reign of Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent and a masterpiece of Ottoman architecture, stands as the largest mosque in Bulgaria. Plovdiv's Jumaya Mosque, dating to 1364, represents one of the oldest mosques in the Balkans. Despite this architectural heritage, Bulgaria lacks Islamic educational infrastructure. No Islamic universities or comprehensive Islamic schools operate legally, forcing religious education into informal settings. The Movement for Rights and Freedoms, DPS, founded in 1990, primarily representing Turkish and Muslim interests, has become Bulgaria's third-largest political party, regularly securing 10 to 15% of votes and participating in coalition governments. This political representation provides Muslims with unprecedented advocacy capacity, though the party faces accusations of corruption and clientelism. Daily Muslim life in Bulgaria reflects ongoing tension between tradition and secular pressure. Practicing Muslims structure their days around 5 daily prayers, though finding appropriate prayer spaces outside homes and mosques remains challenging. The Banya Bashi Mosque